What is up everyone, Memoria here. Welcome to this video where I would like to show you my Herald of Ice Blade Vortex autobomber. So a few words about the build before we get started. So this build, it's not a new concept. It used to be played as elementals back in the day with all the heralds on, and it was really popular until they nerfed the weapons that were used, and now it's like people forgot about it. So this is a very fast and very safe map clear because we are chilling and freezing and exploding everything. We got nice regen and leech. We're getting back so much energy shield and life from our Cinder Swallow Flask, and we're basically unkillable during mapping. It's not a great boss killer, but that is not the purpose of the build. So let's get straight into it, and I will tell you a little bit more about how I set this up. Alright, let's start with the weapons. So there's a lot of options here. You could go for the double void batteries, you could go for double weapons with +2 physical skill gems. There's a lot of things you can do here. I chose to go for a staff, and I went with the damage per power charge together with added spell damage, added cold damage, elemental extra chaos. So the ideal stuff here would be to get +2 power charges as well, and maybe +2 physical skill gems. But it does the job. It adds a nice amount of damage, and I'm running at, let's see here, I have 8 power charges, so it adds, when it's max rolled, 136 damage additional. Moving on, chest, it's the same I had for my Herald of Thunder build. So we got life, we got recover energy shield on kill, we got frenzy charge on hit, enemies you kill explode, and I managed to craft 10 maximum life as extra ES, which is really nice to have. The helmet, I'm going for life, resistances, I got the maximum power charge and elemental damage. The amulet, this one, you know, it's not done yet. I was going for phys and dexterity skill gems together with some good life, but it's a work in progress. But get life, get resist, +2 phys or dexterity will add a nice amount of damage. But if you can't get it, that's also fine. I went with double Circle of Fear with increased cold damage and Herald of Ice buff effects. And on boots, we got life, resist, and tailwind. For the belt, I just went with a nice amount of life and resist. And gloves, main thing here is the colding strike, because it really helps you explode the monsters that much better. And I'm going to redo this one and basically remove life and add and try and get tier 1 life. But I also managed to get a nice spell damage mod in there as well. So that is what the gear looks like. And the links, I have 2 6 links, or well, I got 1 6 link, but the first one is for the Blade Vortex. We're running it with Hypothermia, Awaken Unleash, Power Charge and Crit, Awaken Control Destruction, and Intensify. Intensify is just to help a little bit more. First, it gives us a higher area effect, and we get some more damage if we stay still and want to kill some bosses. You don't need the Awakened versions here, of course. You can go with the regular ones, but they add a little bit of extra damage as well. For the other 6 link, this is also kind of a bit of a work in progress. I was going for Herald of Ice 6 link, but I don't really have the mana reservation that is required for it. So currently I'm running Herald of Ice. I put a portal in there. We got an Enlightened Gem, Increased Crit Strike, Innervate, and Arrow Effect. So basically you can run this as a 3 or 4 link and do something else with the 6 link. I haven't figured that one out yet. You could do like a curse setup or something. But yeah, that's what I have right now. And then we have the cursing setup. So we got a Wave of Conviction, Curse on Hit, Frostbite, and Frostbomb. So when we use Wave of Conviction or Frostbomb, we're gonna apply the curse. And this I mainly use on bosses. Then we have a casting damage taken in one call setup, and it is linked just to each other, and then we have Enlighten and Hatred. And for the last one, we got Arc and Surge, Flame Dash, Faster Casting, and Second Wind. So what you could do here is add an additional cast when damage taken setup and add the Wave of Conviction and Frostbomb, but I wanted to have them on high level and I don't have the strength to have higher levels of custom damage taken. Moving on to the skill tree. So if you saw the Herald of Thunder Autobomber that I did, then you're gonna recognize a couple things here. First of all, we still have the Glorious Vanity because it adds so much survivability. In this case, it almost doubles our energy shield, and it also allows us to leech both energy shield and life at the same time, since 50% of the damage, that is non-chaos damage, is going through the energy shield. So I'm going for life, going for crit nodes, taking the power charges. I have 2 large cluster jewels. And then we go all the way down here. This is a Thread of Hope, which I added here so we could take the Herald of Ice. And you can also go for both Arcane Focus, Snowforged, and Deep Wisdom. But in my case, I needed those points. I just need a little bit of dexterity. We can remove this one, and we can get some more down here. But yeah, if you have the points, if you're not running double cluster jewels, go for these 3. It really helps. You can also add the Utmost Intellect, which will give you a nice amount of energy shield as well as some spell damage. And then I went down way here, taking the reduced mana reservation, which I need. And here I have a Watcher's Eye, which I added just to convert some of that physical damage to cold. And I forgot to mention that on the gloves, you really want to get phys as extra cold here. I don't have the craft, so I am getting it. But that is the last thing that we need to get to 100% phys to cold conversion. So that is what it looks like. And for the cluster jewels, I went with Disorienting Display and Vengeful Commander on the right side. And that is because I really want to buff that hatred even more. And it is always nice to have a blind to get some extra survivability. And for the medium cluster jewels, I went with Magnifier on, I think, all of them, and just to give us more area effects and as well as some little bit more damage and crit multiplier. And Towering Threat for some more area effect. And also Vast Power, which gives us, with my amount of power charge, is 24% area effect. And for the small ones, I went for Sublime Sensation, a Fatal. And on this side, I have a Cold Jewel instead. So we have the Blizzard Collar, gives a little bit of crit and increased Frostbite effect. We got Vengeful Commander once again, and Widespread Destruction for increased area effect. And here we have Vast Magnifier. And on this side, Vengeful Commander and First Among Equals. And this one, I really didn't. I was going for what's called Discipline Commander, I think, but I couldn't get it, so I went with this one. And I don't have the points to add additional small cluster jewels, so I went with 2 regular jewels for some life, crit, and resist, just to get my resistances in order. And they are well above right now, so could actually remove them, but we're gonna have them there for now. For the Ascendancy, I got Mistwalker, Deadly Infusion, and Opportunistic. If you want to, you can go with the No Witnesses and remove the Mistwalker and instead go for Ambushes and Assassinate. In my case, I got the Colon Strike on the gloves, so I don't feel like I need it. But it's possible. And this is not a boss killer. It will never be a boss killer. It's not gonna do well going Series 8, believing you're gonna one-shot him. So that's why Mistwalker isn't super useful, because we're gonna get the elusive on kill if we take No Witnesses. But as I said, I had the Calling Strike already, so I didn't feel like I need Ambush and Assassinate. So yeah, so let's talk about how this build works. So we have the Blade Vortex, which kills the enemies, and then we get explosions from both the chests, and we also have Herald of Ice. And Herald of Ice says that if you shatter an enemy This skill will cause them to explode and deal AoE cold damage to enemies nearby them. So we're getting a really satisfying explosion that is even more magnified by the amount of AoE we have. So we basically just need to run close to a pack, kill one enemy, and you're gonna basically shatter the entire screen. Alright, that is all for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please feel free to leave a like or subscribe. That will really help me out a lot. And if you have any more questions, you could either ask them on my Twitch, where I stream daily. You can join our Discord, or you could visit the build guide in the Path of Exile forums. So I will leave a link to all that in the description down below. So with that said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.